The Chicago Bulls are not done dealing just yet at the NBA trade deadline as they swing another trade. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA in here to talk about the Chicago Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms, guys. Twitter, Instagram, place to follow me. Go ahead and do so and hit the bell icon down below so you're notified every time I drop a new video, and I'm doing so a lot, right? NBA trade deadline, you guys want to keep updated on the latest videos. So let's make sure you guys hit that bell icon. Let's get into it. All right, so we all know that the big move for the Chicago Bulls was trading for Nikola Vucevic, which, of course, they did. And I talked about that in a separate video. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on the Vooch trade, make sure to go ahead and check out that video. But now there was another trade, a much smaller one, but another trade that happened, which I'll talk about right now. And I tweeted about this, by the way, follow me on Twitter, that I did not think the Bulls were done after that Vooch trade. I thought there were a couple other trades up their sleeves. Now, this one was a relatively small one, but still worth noting and talking about. So what was the trade? The Chicago Bulls traded Chandler Hutchinson and Daniel Gafford to the Washington Wizards for Troy Brown and Moe Wagner. All right, so that was the trade that happened between the Bulls and the Wizards, okay? And so let's break down this trade, analyze it, and talk about why this trade was made, okay? So in terms of contracts, this has pretty much no bearing whatsoever. These are guys that are all on their rookie contract, so it's not like you're taking on big salary or sending out big salary, right? These are all young players, all on their rookie deals. All right, as far as the players themselves, let's talk about that. All right, so the Bulls are trading Gafford and Hutchinson. Well, let's talk about those two guys. Chandler Hutchinson's been out pretty much for the entire season. A lot of that's been due to personal reasons, some injury as well, but he's been out the entire season. And again, Chandler Hutchinson's a guy who, again, we've seen flashes over the last couple of years in Chicago where he's shown, oh, he could be a little bit of a defensive specialist. He's athletic, but we've never really been able to see him fully in the rotation, and he probably wasn't going to be in the rotation even when he came back. So to me, Chandler Hutchinson, again, because of personal reasons or because of the fact that he's dealt with injuries, it just has not worked out for him. And so he was an okay player, nothing great. The other guy, Daniel Gafford, he was in the rotation this season, and he played a lot, mainly when Wendell Carter Jr. and Lauri Markkanen both went down due to injuries. Now, the thing with Gafford is I like Gafford. He's an athletic center. Reminds me of a poor man's DeAndre Jordan, if you will, a younger one, obviously. And he catches lobs, block shots, but he's still not a very good defender. And he's a guy who obviously cannot space the floor because he can't shoot, right? So he's just a lob threat. And so the guys we're trading for, the Bulls are trading for, and Troy Brown and Moe Wagner, I believe, address the need that AK is looking for, which is more shooting and scoring. So Hutchinson and Gafford, more defensive players. Troy Brown, Moe Wagner, more offensive players. All right, so here's what I'm thinking that I think AK is thinking. I need to get more shooting on this team. I need to get more scoring on this team. I need to lighten the load on Zach LaVine as much as possible. Now, he already did that in a huge way by trading for Nikola Vucevic, but now he's trying to get some depth pieces here. Troy Brown, who was not in the rotation for the Wizards this year, was actually a very solid player for them last season. Like, Troy Brown can play, folks. He's still a very, very young guy. Last year, averaged about 10 points a game. He could be a nice depth piece for the Bulls off the bench. All right, so I like Troy Brown. And then Wagner can shoot. Unlike Gafford, Wagner can actually shoot. He was a draft pick of I believe, the Lakers a couple years ago. So keep that in mind. Again, defensively, not that great. But we're trying to get shooting. We're trying to get scoring here. Again, when you ship out Wendell Carter Jr., and now you're trading away a center, you want to get some centers back, right? Some depth pieces. So, again, overall take on this trade is it's okay. Nothing great, but it's solid. It addresses the need that AK is looking for, which is shooting and scoring. So you're basically trading away defense for offense, though I will say the Bulls still need to improve defensively. They're not very good, so it's not like, oh my God, we're so good defensively, we can trade our good defensive players. But again, AK has a plan, and he's sticking with it. And that's what I believe this trade was all about, to get some more offense and shooting on this team, which I believe he did. So overall, I like this trade for the Bulls. I think they made out a little bit better than the Wizards. But again, if you want to call it a push, sure, go ahead. So be it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree, as always. Thanks for watching.